Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek, and it's my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. And welcome to my March 2017 month-end review update. Now, for all my new subscribers who may not know what this is all about, think of it as a cross-section of everything I did for that particular month, in this case, March of 2017. A Cliff Note version or a bridge version of all the stuff I kind of did wrapped up into one video, kind of loose bits and pieces here and there. So let's actually talk about the first thing over here, which was Nerd Block. We did Nerd Block, which was themed Team Up for March. And two of the items that came out of the box was, one of them was this really cool water bottle for Power Rangers. This was a first to market water bottle. Really nice big bottle, nice sculpt on the actual head itself, and a nice little kind of velvety bottom piece here with a straw that came with the actual water bottle. We also got these really nice coasters. These are kind of like, think of it as like sort of like for mica or a floorboard maybe. They're really, really stiff and very, very solid. They actually have all the original Power Ranger morphers and coins kind of embedded inside of it. And these hold up really, really well. I've used them several times, and they actually don't break down really easily. They stay intact, which I really, really like. It's really bad to get really cool coasters if you use them and they just break down and just fall apart very, very easily just by, standard wear and tear. Now, we have these guys over here, which we'll talk about shortly. Let's actually talk about the Funko Pops here. One of the things we did was this really cool classic Superman from the DC Legion Collector's Core box that came out. This was the pop that came with that particular box. Old school Superman, very classic design that everyone knows and loves. He has the red booty pants, the yellow striped belt, and the really big S shield with the S curl as well. That's what everybody recognizes Superman, and they didn't have this version of Superman out, at least in the in the Funko world. So I'm super happy they actually came out with that. Now, we come across here, we have three pops. We have Blue Falcon, Dynamite, and Superhero Kermit. These are part of what were the original ECC Funko Pop exclusives, otherwise known as the Emerald City Comic Con Convention exclusive pops. You can only get these in one of two ways. You can get them at the ECC convention, which was a convention that was held, I think, last month or beginning of this month at Seattle, Washington. It was a medium-sized convention, but the only way you could have gotten that was through them, which is the ECC convention shop, if you went there to the convention, or you could have got them at the Funko store, these three pops in particular. I'm a big fan of Blue Falcon from my childhood, Dynamite, and I loved Muppets. I loved Kermit. That was the only way to get these guys, was actually through the actual convention or the Funko store. This year was a little bit different for the ECC convention because all their stuff prior years, you actually had to go to the convention to get the stuff, or you had to buy it from a really high price on the secondary market. Certain stores, Hot Topics, FYEs, your Barnes & Nobles, the Funko store, maybe a couple other stores, I think maybe Books A Million as well, had exclusive limited edition items, very small quantity that you could have gotten as well. Very similar, think of it as New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con, same type of idea where certain stores got individual specific product. Now, looking in the very front here, you'll see this yellow throw mat or rug here. This was a exclusive Power Ranger item that came out of the EC Convention exclusive box for Nerd Block. Had a price point about $40 for the box. There were 9 items in that particular box, and this was a first to market item. So the only way you could have gotten it was going to the actual show and buying it, or getting it from the ECC box, or maybe ordering it online. It's going to have a very, very high price point. I would wait until you can actually get this when it comes out to normal stores. I would just hold off on that. And then we come over here to the Sasha Banks figure. We got her on a toy hunt. Okay figure, not the greatest. Her articulation is extremely hindered when she has her jacket on, as you see here. It's made out of a very stiff material, so you can't move her arms at all. It completely limits all the articulation in the arm, as well as a little bit of, it limits the head movement as well. So, I mean, it's an okay figure, but not the greatest. Then we have the Rock Candy over here, which was the Mad Moxie chase figure I picked up on my 28th toy hunt, which was my vlog 28. And I'll talk about that vlog in a second. There'll be more to this. But I found her. I was really, really happy to get her. I didn't go there. I went there with the idea of no expectations. I didn't know what I was really looking for, and I kind of stumbled across her. She has a rarity of 1 of 6, meaning if you order a full case of the Rock Candies, you should be getting one of these in that actual box. Now, let's come over to these guys. This is where we come next, to the action figures you'll see here. One of them I want to talk about right now, which was this Predator. This was the Serpent Hunter Predator. I got him in my latest toy hunt, number 29, and he's a NECA item. I was very, very concerned. I didn't want to do the review because I had very, very big concerns about the quality control. very much like this guy, which we'll talk near the end of the video, which is the City Hunter 2 Predator. We'll talk about him shortly. I made a big rant video about him already. But this guy came out, no issues, no problems. All the articulation is good. The only part that I say you might have trouble with, guys, is his shoulder cannon. There's 2 clip points that actually clip the cannon, this whole shoulder assembly, this shoulder armor, over into his actual shoulder itself. It's very finicky and it comes off really, really easily, at least on mine. But as far as the articulation goes, the way he looks with the really cool alien head mask, I think he looks awesome. He looks super, super cool. Now, let's talk about, we have good things we talk about in my videos, and we have bad things we talk about in these videos, as well as things I want to do in my upcoming months. That's what I do with this particular video, just the format, basically. So let's actually talk about the really good things that happened this month. A couple really good things happened to me. One, first and foremost, I actually was able to meet my 1,000 subscriber giveaway winner, Phoebe002. I actually handed him his lightsaber. I was going back and forth with him as far as shipping it or actually handing it to him. He lives local to me, so I said, you know what, screw the actual shipping, screw the certified mail. I don't want to even get the risk of this going, you know, sideways where he might not even get the actual product. So I actually handed it to him. Unfortunately, he didn't want to be put on camera, and I respect his wishes. I didn't shoot any video with him. I mentioned that in the toy hunt with the Serpent Hunter. I talked about that. I actually gave him the actual saber. I just want to let everyone know that I actually did give my winner his prize. Now, a couple of other big advantages or good things that happened this month was the Titan vinyl full box you see here. I actually got this from Entertainment Earth. They're my actual partner now. When I actually do some of my giveaways and some of my products, I can actually do stuff with Entertainment Earth. They sponsor the actual video. So this whole case that you see here came from them. The product that is still available on their website, if you actually want this full case or individual figures like you see here in front, if you go to the video where I talk about the sponsored video, about the Titan figures, I'll put a link up as well, so you can actually click into that link in the description of that video. You can order these individually or the full case if you want as well. Great minifigures, blind box, really, really super good. The next big advantage, the big good thing that happened that month was about her. I said I'd come back to her. I'm also partnered with a company called Social Blade. It's a big website that actually has everything as far as analytics for YouTube. If you want to know your favorite YouTuber, you want to know how many video views they get, you want to know how many subscribers they have, you want to know roughly how much revenue they make, this site can actually tell you that. They give you a wide range of what this YouTuber could or couldn't make. Just so everyone know, I'm more on the left side of these sets of numbers than the right side. Your big guys like PewDiePie or the Fine Brothers, they're probably more on the right side than they are on the left. So you can look up anybody you want that's a YouTuber on that particular site. I'm actually networked. I'm basically, I go through them. They're my networking group. Unfortunately, they had kind of swerved me a little bit, and I didn't like what happened, and I have concerns with this actual networking partner, in this case, Social Blade. When I put that video up, the 29th Toy Hunt, which I got her, normally my views, after the first day, they spike. Near the end of the day, they go down a little bit. On the second day, they go back up again, then they go down again. And on the third day, they usually kind of go up and down a little bit, and then after usually 3 days, they go flat. That's how my views normally go for my channel, and I'm perfectly fine with that. People want to watch the new stuff, and they don't want to watch anything else. If they want that, that's their prerogative. They can watch all my stuff they want. I have no issues with that. Now, when that video went up, like near the second or third day, normally I would start seeing the views die down. They didn't. They kept going up. And I'm going, why the hell am I getting all these views? Something's wrong. One of the people from Social Blade sent a comment into that particular video, said he came here from Social Blade. So I went to their website, and lo and behold, I'm on their front page. So I was super, super excited that my toy hunt, the No Expectation Toy Hunt, which was number 28, the blog, the Toy Hunt No Expectation, was for at least 24 hours on Social Blade's website. I wish they would have sent me an email or a DM through Twitter, told me something, but unfortunately I didn't. Now, let's talk about the bad things that happened this month. Again, good things happened and bad things happened. There was 2 big issues that happened this month. One was my equipment, in this case my microphone that you hear me using now. At the beginning of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway video I was trying to shoot to pull the winner, my mic died, and for about 2 videos I had no mic. My mic was completely kaput. It was fried, it was gone, it was thrashed. I had to order a new mic, so I'm happy I actually got my replacement mic, but for a few videos it went bad, so it was a bad pain point. It wasn't the end of the world. The biggest issue that happened this month, and I talked about it in this, I was going to come back to it, whoops, I dropped my other figure here, was I'll lean him against this right there, okay, was the C102 Predator. This guy here had a ton of problems. I mentioned it in that rant video. I talked about it in depth. One thing I wanted to bring everyone's attention is I actually reached out to the customer service department, and they're going to replace the pieces that broke or were missing. I'm happy they're going to send me the replacement parts, but I'm also upset with it as well, and I'll explain the reason why. I had to make a video which drew basically bad press to NECA, and I had to go to their department, waste my time, waste their times, and they're going to ship me out replacement parts. Why not send me a brand new figure? Why give me a brand new, this, because I mentioned in the video the bomb plate broke. The problem with this bomb plate is that it's attached to his full arm. You have to replace the entire arm to get a new bomb plate. Why not just give me a new figure? You know, it's a $30 figure. I had to go through it twice to get a good figure. In this case, they're both bad. They weren't even good at all. Just send me a brand new figure. That would have been the right call in my opinion. Just send me replacement parts, which I still have not yet received. I've been in contact with them a few weeks ago. I'm still waiting to hear from them. I have not heard anything else from them at this time. They said they're waiting for their factory to actually get the replacement pieces. I think they should fix their quality control. I mean, if you have on your website, you know there's quality control issues, you specifically have a spot on NECA's page which says if your figures are bad, click this and do that. They know there's problems. Why advertise it to the world? Fix your issues now. If I was a company, that's what I would do. I would try to immediately cut this problem, this bad press immediately. I'm not one person's voice. I have the voice of, in this case, 1,060 people, at least behind me. So I have a louder voice than most people do, but you know, it is what it is. So that was the biggest pain points in this particular month. Not super bad as far as the equipment, but definitely NECA left a really bad taste in my mouth. I'm really upset that I had this amount of problems with them. I'm happy about the Serpent Hunter Predator not having issues at all. I'm super happy about that. Now, what do we want to do for April of 2017? Well, I had this guy out here and he fell down earlier for a reason. This guy here. This was the Gothotropolis Raven figure from the Four Horsemen. They're the people who did the Master of the Universe Classic figures from Mattel, and they did the DC Universe Classic as well as their Kickstarter projects for Mythic Legions, as well as their the fan project they had, which was basically every year for about 4 years. This was the 4th year iteration. This was voted on by fans. They actually did it through Kickstarter. Excuse me. Now, I had him up here, and I talked about him in my February video briefly, and I didn't get to review this figure. He fell down again. I knew he was going to fall down. I didn't get to review this guy, and I was really upset at myself for not getting a chance to review him. I want to try to make it a point to get this figure reviewed. When I first started the channel out at the beginning of, actually middle of 2016, I did a review for him. I hated the review. It came out bad. The sound was bad. The light was bad. I shot it in my light box. All around it was just horrible. There was no real breakdown segment. It was me with my hands in a light box. Very, very clunky, very clumsy. I gave a lot of information, but to me it really wasn't a good review. So I definitely want to reshoot this guy here. More toy hunts as well. We did a Rook 180 this month. I want to do maybe another Rook 180. If you didn't check it out, definitely check out my Rook 180 video. I actually lost that challenge, and I was very, very close to pull it off. The Rook 180 were these two guys right here. If you haven't seen it, definitely check out that particular video. More toy hunts in April, more Funko stuff in April, and as all, keep making great content. With that being said, guys, I hope you like this video. Click that like button. Always click the subscribe button at the bottom of the page here, and then click Windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video, and bye-bye.